My name is Shelia Adams Bratton. I am the current Rutherford County Board of Education Chairman, where I have served since 2020. I am a graduate of Murfreesboro Central High School in 1971. I went back to teach at Central Middle School in 1976, where I stayed until 1996, and then I went to the Central office as a district administrator. I worked in that position and retired in 2011. At that time, I went to work in another district, but came back and started to serve on the Rutherford County School Board in 2020. My mom's name was Ida Lee Drake Adams. She attended Walter Hill from the time she was in the first grade through the 12th. It was a first through 12th grade, as well as my Aunt Gloria, who attended here for 12 years, and my Uncle Robert. Our family farm is just across the way down Compton Road, right behind the VA, and it is a family farm that has been in the family since 1842 and still has Drakes on it. Mama was born on March the 15th, 1930, and she graduated from here in May 1948. My Aunt Gloria was born on April the 19th, 1927, 3 years earlier, and she graduated from here in May 1945. My mother loved Walter Hill. She talked about it all the time as we were growing up. Now, as we were growing up, the old Walter Hill School was still here, the little white buildings. And I even remember when they tore those down and built the new school, my mother cried. She was very active when she was here. She, of course, was a very active member of 4-H, where she won many, many awards. When she was in high school, she played basketball for Walter Hill, all 5'2" of her, little sprite running around. I can just see her running around on that court right now. My mother was full of personality, full of intelligence, and just had the spirit that you would want to see on a basketball player. My mother was DAR, the Daughters of the American Revolution recipient, her senior year. Most of you know that is the highest honor that a senior can receive, a senior girl can receive. It is based on your character, your goals, your aspirations. It is based on how you have conducted yourself through your school years, and I'm very proud to say that all of those fit my mother beautifully. This is a picture of my mother as her senior year, her DAR picture. I personally think it's a beautiful picture, but of course she made her lovely gown because my mother was a master seamstress. So evidently my mother not only was athletic, she also had that right brain part, and she was able to be creative. She was a master seamstress, and if you could see this closely, you would see the teensy little ruffles all around the sleeve and all around the bodice. It's just a beautiful picture, and one that has sat in all three. I have two sisters, all three of our houses for many years. Another picture that I have brought with me is my mother's first grade picture. It's very difficult to see. Evidently, I must have put it in the sun or something, but it's teensy. But this was my mother in the first grade. So those are probably the only two pictures we've actually been able to find of my mother. We were particularly excited to find this. It says Tennessee Public Schools Certificate. Whereas Gloria Drake of Walter Hill School, Rutherford County, Tennessee, has completed the elementary course of study in the curriculum approved and required by law to be taught in the public schools, and is entitled to enter the first year of any high school in the state. Now, therefore, this certificate is awarded by the state of Tennessee in testimony whereof witness or signatures. given at Walter Hill to the County of Rutherford, State of Tennessee, this 21st day of March 1941. So this is the actual 8th grade certificate that allowed my Aunt Gloria to go on to high school here. I also have brought with me my Aunt Gloria's DAR picture. I wish it were bigger and I may have it blown up, but as you can see, she was a very beautiful woman. I have no idea why she doesn't have on a formal dress like my mother, but this was her DAR picture. Both my mother and my aunt had won these prestigious awards. I also have brought 2 little tiny pictures that I'm going to try to have blown up, but these are 2 pictures of classes here at Walter Hill. One is a elementary picture and one is a high school picture. So the back of the high school picture even has all of the people's names. Of course, I know none of them, so there you go. This is obviously, it looks from my educated point of view, about a 5th or 6th grade picture on a field trip, because obviously they are standing on the steps of some wonderful building somewhere, perhaps in Nashville. I just want to say that I am so very proud to have a history with a school that has been in business for 100 years. There aren't very many places that can say that. There aren't very many schools that have had the success that Walter Hill has had in these 100 years. And I am so proud of them in the Rutherford County school system.